Good morning, teachers. My name is Mr. Navis, here with another tech tip. This tip refers to the gradebook and how to categorize or category your weighted grades. At this point, if you're using gradebook, you're using it one of two ways. Either one, you're using it at the end of the marking period to input all your final marking period grades, or two, you're using it as a true gradebook, keeping up, adding assignments and keeping up averages using this great software. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So again, you're either using it one or two ways. Either one, you're using it to just input grades, and if that's the case, at the end of each marking period, what you're doing is opening up your gradebook, coming to this page here, and then all you're simply doing is putting in one assignment. So once you get a class up, and you just, again, this is just if you're putting in averages only, you would put, for example, third marking period. You can actually give it any category because you're only putting one grade. It doesn't matter. I'm going to put homework. Just make sure it's 100 out of 100 points. Please also make sure when you're entering grades, make sure the due date of the assignment you're adding is before the end of the marking period. For example, if the marking period ends on the 20th, make sure this due date is any time before the 20th. Because if the date says the 21st, it's going to show up in the wrong marking period. So make sure the date is correct. Make sure the box here, including final grade, is checked. Okay, so you're just going to add any assignment. You're going to save it, and you will see that it will pop up here. Now, here you're only putting one grade, and that would be the final average of the student, whatever the grade may be. Okay, and that is the one way of using this gradebook. The other way would be using it on a consistent basis to pretty much use it to calculate grades for you. A lot of people have a problem with it because they don't really know how to categorize the weighting of the grades, and that's exactly what I want to show you today. So I'm just going to choose another class. I don't want to save anything. I'm going to go into my another class which has not been touched or utilized for the purposes of this video. First thing you want to do, make sure you're in Q3 as reporting term or whatever marking period you're in. Make sure it corresponds with that. Okay. Now, if you want to use this consistently and you want to break up the weight of the grade, for example, you want homework maybe 25%, you want projects 50%, whatever the case may be. Okay. In order to do that, you have to set it up first. So the first thing you're going to do is log in. You're going to go to grade setup. Right away, you'll see that calculate F1 final grade using total points. Well, we want to change this. First of all, we want to do the marking period 3. So select Q3, and we're going to use category weights. When you put a little dot in this section here, this pops up, and as you can see, there's no categories there. But if you look over on this side of the screen, I have categories. So pretty much I just got to bring those in here. So I'm going to click add category. I'm going to use all of these categories, actually just these top 4. Those are the ones I would use. Okay. And as you can see, they're here now. Now, the most important part of this, yes, you have your categories there. It's not automatically going to assume the weight of it. You have to designate the weight. So it's here where it says weight. You want to actually tell it how much do you want that weight to weigh in the final grade. So for homework, I'm going to put 25% or 0.25. For projects, which would be a portfolio, I'm going to put 50% or 0.50. Okay. Tests, I'm going to make that 0.1 or 10%. I'm going to make quiz another 10%, so it's going to be a 0.1. And then participation, I want only 5%, so I'm going to put 0.05, making it 5%. So once you do that, it should add up to one whole number, or 100. So you have 25, we have 50, 75, 10, and 10, and 5. That would be 100 or 1. So pretty much you have your set categories. So now when you press save, it's going to save this into that marking period. Now, if you want this to carry over to the next marking period, you have to come in here in the 4th marking period and change your settings here also. Right now, I only have it on Q3. If you do it on F1 and you do this all in F1, it's going to do it for all marking periods. So pretty much really up to you how you want to do this. But for now, I have Q3 weighted. Now, as you can see, I have no grades, but I would like to show you. You go back to your score sheet. You press the little plus sign to add an assignment. Make this you name it appropriately to whatever you're doing. So I'm just going to put test. Category. Now, if you notice, you have all these categories and they're weighted now. So I'm going to use, this was a test, I'm just using this as an example. Including final grade, due date is okay. I press save and you will notice that it will pop up to the top. And now, of course, you can put in your grades, whatever they may be. Okay. Now, if you want to add another assignment, again, you press the little plus sign. Yes, I want to save that. Once you press the little plus sign, on the bottom here, you're going to have to fill in some fields as far as the new assignment. So I'm going to call this a portfolio assignment just for this video's sake. This is a project. Right away, it's going to be weighted as 50%. Okay, because we did that before. And I'm going to press save. Okay, make sure this little box, including final grade, is put in. Now here, I'm actually going to put, let's put a 90. Okay. As you can see, we have an 80 and a 90. If we were just doing regular averages, this should be an 85. But because I have portfolio weighing 50%, it's taking into account the weight of each category already. So we know it's working. Okay, so again, this is how you weigh out your grades in your grade book. If you want to add another category, you don't necessarily do it in the grade setup. The categories all come forth from over here. If you want to add a category, you would have to add it here. Name it, give it an abbreviation, a specified color, how many points, possible points, just fill this out. Okay, once you fill this out, you'll have your new category down here. And then you can add that to the category weights. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at the address above. And again, if you want more information, please go on the YouTube page at the address above. And on this page, you'll see more tutorials available for you regarding gradebook and other district issues. Again, my name is Mr. Navis. Any questions you may have, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.